Have you ever tried to change something again and again and again and again, and it just never works? Like your friend's attitude about you. You could have done something that made them mad, and now their attitude towards you seems irreversible. But then there's other things you try to do, like change a light bulb, and you just unscrew it and screw it back in. Simple as that. It's because some things are harder, even impossible, than others. So, when analyzing today's quotation, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced by James Baldwin, we're going to look at two examples. Two from mainly the civil rights movement and two people, and we're going to look at innovations in human technology that ultimately were hard to change, but they didn't know until they faced it. First, let's look at people. Obviously, Martin Luther King. Segregation within the United States was running rampant, and he decided to lead the biggest civil rights movement we've seen. Was it hard to change? Yes. Are there still people who think that segregation should be a thing? Yes. But ultimately, he wouldn't have known if he could change it until he tried. He tried, and that's how he knew we can change it. Not just him, but let's look to another person of color from the civil rights movement. Jackie Robinson. Baseball was an all-white sport, the major leagues mainly. But Jackie Robinson, when he came in and decided to change it, he wasn't met with welcoming at first. He was met with extremely harsh criticism. And no worries in the world, and nobody had a worry in the world about whether he was going to change it or not. Everybody thought baseball was going to remain a white sport. But he came in and he just played his game. He didn't listen to anybody else. All he cared about doing was playing baseball. That's all he did. And he was met with such harsh criticism, with no knowledge of whether it was going to change or not. Whether he was going to be met with violence for playing baseball. But ultimately, if he didn't try to play baseball with a league that was all white, we would have never known if people of color would have eventually played in the MLB. So many historical figures have changed things we didn't know could be changed. The civil rights movement, segregation, and even breaking the color barrier in baseball. These things happened because someone had the will to try. If you don't have the will to try, you don't know if it's going to change. You only know if it has the potential to change once you do it. But second off, let's look at some advancements in human technology that wouldn't have happened if no one, attempted it. Thomas Edison, the light bulb. 999 tries, or as he says, 999 different steps to get to the invention. Were there times it seemed impossible? Sure. But were there times he decided to give up? Probably. But ultimately, he decided to stay on track and keep going, and never give up permanently. And that is how we got the light bulb. We could still be using torches today if Thomas Edison didn't try. We could. We don't know what would have happened if he didn't. But he did. And led to one of the biggest advancements in human technology, the light bulb. But also, let's look to a more recent example with Steve Jobs and Apple. Specifically, the creation of the iPad. See, at that time, every other tablet was just some technological piece of garbage. It was bigger than a phone, less efficient than a phone. Nobody thought these ideas of tablets would work. Until Steve Jobs and Apple found a way to make it work. And it became one of the most widely used pieces of technology in the world. Go into a house, walk up to a kid, and you'll see a tablet. Now, is it just an iPad? No. But that's the thing. They took his technology, took his inspiration, and they used it and applied it to their own companies. That's how we have the Kindle, the Nook, Samsung's tablets. They took the inspiration from something that worked and was successful and applied it to theirs.